Yeah, I hope it's an okay weekend for people to get down to the shore.
No, it is, and that's the great thing. This weekend is not a washout by any stretch. We do have some rain in the forecast, but it's not going to come to the end of the weekend, and I don't really think it's going to ruin anybody's plans when it does arrive here late Sunday and Monday. Here's a look outside. It's still dark, sun yet to come up, and we have 66. It's clear, though. We have some clouds around, partly cloudy around much of the tri-state, but those clouds have been keeping temperatures fairly mild, and very mild here in the city because it's 66 degrees. 59 in Emerson. It's 69 in Newark, 68 in Bayonne. So we do have some pretty mild temperatures where that cloud cover has been the strongest overnight. So it's 60s and 50s across the tri-state this morning. Your headlines look like this. It's another dry and sunny day as the rivers continue to recede. We're still dealing with the flooding. The Passaic is going to be above flood stage through much of the weekend. It doesn't look like it's going to go down until after Sunday. Holiday weekend has good news and bad news because while we'll stay dry through much of it, it looks like a cold front moves through here late Sunday and Monday, and that does bring us the chance for a few showers. Not a washout, though. Here's a look at the past 3 hours on the radar. Not much happening. A bit of cloud cover to our north. We're seeing that around Long Island as well. We've cleared out here in this city. We're going to see mostly cloudy skies for today. It's really going to be a nice, comfortable day. Humidity nice and low. Seasonable temperatures. But as we move through the morning, not much is going to happen. Not much through the afternoon, too. So it stays quiet right into our Saturday. We'll have a little bit more in the way of clouds. That front approaches on Saturday. We'll call it partly cloudy. Still a nice day, though, if you're headed to the beach or if you're doing any outdoor activities. U.S. Open, baseball game, all going to be fine for that. Could have a few light showers, sprinkles out to our north and west by Saturday afternoon. It's Sunday night that the cold front starts to move through here, and that's when our rain chances go up. So I think Sunday after the sun goes down, we could see a few scattered showers, maybe a thunderstorm. Same goes for Monday. 79. That will be the high in Morris Plains. We'll be looking at temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s. Shorecast keeping temperatures in the 70s, upper 70s, low 80s around the shore. No advisories, but we do have a moderate rip current risk. There's a look at the extended forecast. Not bad. It starts. People are going to that this weekend, and it looks like much of it for the weekend is going to be just fine. We're running the roads. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Domenica. Good morning, everyone. Overall, the roads are in pretty good shape today. You can see lots of green traffic flows throughout the area. We do still have some flooding issues in New Jersey now. You have 202 southbound closed in both directions at Pine Brook Road. That's in Lincoln Park. Also, 23 is closed in both directions between Route 46 and Main Street, so you still can't get through that area. Also, we have a disabled vehicle on 684 southbound. This is at Hardscrabble Road, blocking a lane out there. It's still pretty early yet, so not causing major delays, but just a heads up on that if you're headed that way. That's the latest from your roads.
Okay, thank you, Lauren. Lenny Craig clear if it will hit the U.S., but Domenica, yesterday Chris told us the jet stream hopefully would keep it away, so we're rooting for the jet stream.
Usually when they, where it is right now, historically that would take it away from us, so we don't have to worry about it. But, you know, I mean, there's no rule. There can always be an exception to the rule, so we can't say for sure, but it doesn't look like it will. I do have the latest on Katia coming up, but for the most part, it's just a mild start. We'll start in Connecticut and take a look at the temperatures in Bridgeport, 61. It's 59 in Norwalk. Widen this out to the tri-state. We have fairly uniform temperatures, 60s, 50s all around. Flood warnings, that's going to continue for the Passaic through much of the weekend. We're still at major flood stage for the Passaic at Little Falls and Pine Brook. Now, those aren't expected to go down until to flood stage until the end of the weekend, so we're still going to be dealing with that. The good thing is, though, we're not aggravating this with any wet weather. We're dry for today, so that will continue to help the rivers recede. Plenty of sunshine around for today. Down in the tropics, though, it's very busy. This is a busy time of the year. Tropical storm Katia, it is moving west of the Leeward Islands right now. So it is still well out into the Atlantic. It is expected to become a major hurricane by next week, the middle of next week. Here we are Tuesday in the morning, and we're looking at winds that are around 105. So it will be up to a Category 2. We're likely to see this get back up to a Category 3. The exact path and will it encounter the U.S., we'll have to wait until really next week to discover that. But as we look into the Gulf, Tropical Depression 13 is expected to make landfall, bringing some much-needed rain over this holiday weekend, and it looks like it will make landfall over Louisiana later this weekend. For us, we're dry. It stays quiet. We're not looking at any rain in the forecast till about Sunday and Monday. So Friday, we're dry all through the day. Saturday, much of the same. We'll have a little bit more in the way of cloud cover. Partly cloudy skies. Still a nice day, though, if you're going to be outside. Sunday, that's when that cold front starts to work in on us. I think we stay dry through most of the day. Our shower chances start to go up after the sun goes down. So I think it's Sunday evening and the first part of Monday, we could have a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. If you head to the ball game tonight, partly cloudy and mild, 75 at the start of the game. 7:05 start there. There's a look at the exteriors. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Domenica. Good morning, everyone. We just have a few trouble spots out there.
Yes, and now we're all discussing the Apollo missions.
That's right.
There were not 17. It was
No,
the 17th before the supposed 18th.
Yeah, it went Apollo 1, which was
happen.
with disastrous fire, and then it went, I believe it went 7, 8, 9. 8 was the first around the moon, then Apollo 11 first on the moon.
He's our space expert.
I used to love the Apollo
Apparently.
missions, Domenica.
Good for you, Michael. It shows. It does. You're very knowledgeable. You can tell. Let's go ahead and get a check. I'm not the traffic. Good morning, Lauren.
Good morning, Domenica. Good morning, everyone. I'll keep you updated on those accidents, though.
All right, Lauren, thank you very much.
At the top of the hour, we do want to check weather and traffic, beginning with Domenica.
Good morning, guys. Not a bad morning at all. We have a fairly morning all across the tri-state. We're seeing temperatures in the 50s and 60s. We did have a little bit of cloud cover overnight, but much of that now has moved away, and we're dealing with clear skies. So here's how the weather headlines look. It's another dry and sunny day as the rivers recede. Holiday weekend, we have good news and we have some bad news. The bad news not terrible, though. We could see a few showers late Sunday and early Monday. Now, neither one of these days are going to be a washout, but you may need the umbrella on standby, especially on Monday. Past 3 hours on the radar, not much happening. A little bit of cloud cover. Much of that, though, has disappeared, and we're dealing with clear skies across the tri-state. We're going to see that through the afternoon. So it's a mostly sunny day. The humidity stays low, really just picture perfect. About 80 degrees. Temperature seasonable for this time of the year. So it'll be in the upper 70s, low 80s. Right through this evening, you're headed to the ball game. No worries about the weather. Tomorrow we'll get a little bit more in the way of cloud cover. That comes along and ahead of a front that's pushing through. We stay dry, though, through Saturday. Could have a few light sprinkles up to our northwest. Otherwise, it's Sunday that the cold front starts to push in. So it's a mix of clouds and sun on Sunday. I don't think any rain chances start to move in until late in the day on Sunday, and I think it's after sundown. So the better part of the day stays dry. 80 degrees for the high today. Winds coming out of the southeast will be pretty light. Humidity, though, is going to stay low. That doesn't go up until tomorrow. Headed to the beach. Picture perfect. Temperatures in the upper 70s, low 80s. We have no advisories, but we do have a moderate risk for rip currents. The extended forecast shows the temperature going up. The humidity is going to go in the city. We lost a degree over the past hour, but it's been a fairly mild morning. And that's because we did have a little bit of cloud cover around. So it's already 69 in Bayonne, 65 in the city, 61 in Islip, 53 in West Hampton. So we do have a few pockets of cool air where temperatures are in the mid to low 50s. Flood warnings continue for the Passaic. At Pine Brook and Little Falls, we're going to continue to see major flooding through much of the weekend. We don't get below flood stage until the end of the weekend, but the thing is, we don't have a lot of rain to speak of, so it won't aggravate it. Rain chances go up as the weekend goes on, but as far as it goes right now, we're pretty dry. So the past 3 hours on the radar, not much happening, but the tropics, very busy this time of the year typically, and this is no exception this year. Tropical storm Katia is still moving west of the Leeward Islands. Here's the projected forecast track. This is expected to become a major hurricane. Right now, it's not forecasted to hit the United States, but all of that could change. This is sort of a wait and see here. Also, through the Gulf, we are looking at Tropical Depression 13. This is expected to bring some big-time flooding rains to much of the Gulf for this Labor Day weekend. They could see upwards of 20 inches of rain in New Orleans. So none of that for us here, but we do have a chance for some rain toward the end of the weekend. We're staying dry for today, right through this evening. Saturday, a few clouds come our way. We'll call it partly cloudy day, and then a few showers could pop up, some sprinkles to our northwest. By Sunday, a mix of clouds and sun. A cold front works in here, and I think the best chance of rain comes in after dinner time. Once the sun goes down, we'll see a chance for a few evening showers and thunderstorms, and then we'll see some sprinkles throughout the day on Monday. So Monday will really be our best chance for rain. Shorecast, nice day at the beach today. No advisories. Moderate risk, though, of rip currents, and if you're headed to the game tonight, it's going to be partly cloudy and pretty mild.
Domenica, well, you can see we have some subway issues here.